Oh, this episode of Cinema Swirl is brought to you with the support of our wonderful backers over at patreon.com/cinemaswirl. $5 OTP backers get instant access to every episode of our monthly exclusive bonus show, Cinema Swirl, where Kevin and I review bad movies. And our latest episode has just released. We've reviewed Madam Web. Yeah, the weird Spider-Man spin-off thing with Dakota Johnson. Is it as bad as everyone said? Well, there's only one way to find out, but yes, it is. There are 82 previous episodes of Cinema Swirl before that you would get access to, plus a bunch of bonus episodes. We've nearly reviewed all of the Star Wars prequels and sequels and bits and bobs. And hey, if you sign up as a free member, you'll get a monthly newsletter where I let you know what's going on in the world of Cinema Swirl, plus some recommendations for stuff to check out. If any of that sounds interesting to you, then head on over to patreon.com/cinemaswirl to find out more. All right, let's get swirling.
Cinema Swirl! That's some port. It's episode number 140.
Yeah.
Coming to you from the overcrowded harbor of Hollywood, California. Waving through all the ships in the blockade of movies. My OTP, Sam Chaplin, I'm Father Kevin, has not seen. How are you doing today, Sam?
I'm good. I interpreted that rhyme one way and it went a different way. I thought you were like sipping a glass of port and be like, oh, that's some port. But no, you're
that
sailing.
Would be more of a cinema swill, like a not good. This is more of a, will we overcome the difficult docking procedure? You bet your sweet ass we will, because it's Cinema Swirl, and we're here to watch a movie and have a good time.
Yes, we're having a good time. Tonight, I'm going to have a good time. I've got a feeling, ooh.
And that is why, obviously, we start off today's proceedings on a happy note.
Okay.
Knowing full well the rank evil and pure satanic energy that will automatically bury this episode into the deep realms of hell that awaits. The movie du jour is The Devil's Avocado Advocate.
The Devil's Advocate. Me and Kevin are both fond of saying the Devil's Avocado.
I simply follow your lead,
yes.
Sam, because you've said it many a times. You said it before we had a podcast. It was one of the funny turns of phrase that made me go,
yeah,
I need to get this guy on a fucking microphone. I need to get this guy on the USB microphone as soon as possible.
Yeah, you heard that and you thought, hold on, I'm dealing with a humorist here. And I need to find some way.
That's not funny, guys. It's humorous.
Yeah, that's humor. I've got a good sense of humor.
I think I might be dealing with the world's first humorist. I need to capture it for anything, for posterity's sake alone. I need to capture this.
But I need to not call it that. It's The Devil's Advocate. Right. So, important to note here, I know pretty much nothing about this.
Come on now. You have to know a little bit of something. You can't be turning a phrase without having some familiarity with the mechanics of said phrase.
Okay, if we're going on the phrase. To play, right, here's what I think to play the Devil's Advocate. It's really raining here, by the way, if you can hear that.
It's really raining here as well. I got fucking hailed on before this. It's proper like, oh, is it the end times? Kevin's doing a satanic movie as a lapsed Catholic. He put on devil horns, and now we start talking about the meat of the matter.
It has started raining as soon as we've started recording. Really heavily.
This happened on the Passion of the Christ episode as well. It went all dark. Look, God, give it a fucking rest, all right?
Yeah, come on, mate.
Jesus.
Steady on now. Right, the phrase to play Devil's Advocate is to entertain the more controversial notion. So if someone's saying, we could do this, if I'm playing the Devil's Advocate, I say, well, actually, we could do this, which is to sort of say, what if we do this? But is the Devil's Advocate version inherently bad or naughty or evil?
When David Bowie says we could be heroes, is he playing Devil's Advocate? Because what do you mean by heroes, David? What do you mean? Because in the 70s, that could have meant many number of things.
So he says we could be heroes, and then the Devil's Advocate says, but just for one day. That's sort of... yeah.
Oh, we could sort out this rotten system, but we've only got time
for 24 hours alone. We do not have the resource.
Actually, Sam, we have to have a time for breaks and a bit of, we're not going to do it on an empty stomach, are we? You got a good solid 7 hours, 4 of which will be focused for.
It's a good way for people to sort of say really controversial, awful things. I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm just saying, like, let's just, hear both sides.
Yeah, before something horrible happens, you say, I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah.
After something horrible happens, you say, it's just a prank, bro.
Yeah.
And neither of those phrases I usually like to hear in my day-to-day life, because devil's advocate as a phrase usually means I'm going to say what I really feel.
Yes, but I'm sort of testing the waters. And I think if someone plays devil's advocate, they're hoping that you might go, yeah, actually, I agree with you. But there's a safety net.
Yeah, I agree with you. The devil. I agree with Satan.
This is what Satan would think about this.
Now, obviously, Sam, it's dealing with a satanic element.
Okay.
I don't put on the devil horns for any owl shite, but I need to kind of glean from you some more information other than what is honestly a fun play on words.
Yeah.
So you have to have seen the poster at least. You have to know at least who we're dealing with, who's advocating for the devil.
I know who's in it. We've got our good friend Keanu Reeves and we've got Al Pacino. I assume one of them is in fact Satan. If I had to guess, it's Pacino and Keanu is acting in a devil's advocate capacity.
So what's brought you to the literal devil situation? Because, maybe it could have been Al Pacino being like, what if we had a kebab? Oh!
Jesus, it's thundering so much.
I know I had one last night. I swear I won't sin anymore.
For listeners, Kevin has got devil horns on. So I think we're playing with fire here.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. The godless church of nowhere, Sam Chaplin, is playing with fire. And me, who's on the fucking register for purgatory in the parish of Delvin, County Westmeath.
Yes.
I'm actually taking a risk here, Sam, all right? I want you to know that, okay?
Why do I think actual devil? You're wearing devil horns. The film is called The Devil's Advocate.
Yeah, but these just look good, though, aren't they?
Yeah, but you wouldn't be wearing them if it was a metaphor,
Or am I wearing them to make them a tax write-off? That's another thing you have to consider, okay? Because they're quality, all right?
Yeah.
They are quality.
They do look good. Kevin looks like he's sort of on a hen do, maybe, is the kind of energy I'm getting from this. Brackets compliment.
Yeah. Oh, I love the best hen do when you brought a new father and married man. Those are the best hen do's.
Lightly dressed as the devil.
The stand-up gig has been ruined. Why? They only let in a bloody hen do with a new father and married man. Oh, those are the worst. They're so rowdy. Anyone here breastfeed? Sit down, Kevin.
I just assume one of them is Satan, and that, honestly, and the poster is, I think, Keanu sitting down and Pacino standing behind him, sort of not massaging his shoulders, but just lightly resting the hands on the shoulders.
It's an intimate expression of friendship.
Yes. Other than that, hand to God and hand to the bloody devil, I know nothing else about this.
You're telling me with some confidence, we will gauge numerically how much, that Al Pacino, Sweet Al, is the devil. Why not Keanu Reeves?
It could be Keanu. I just feel like Pacino's got more of the devil in him. You know what I'm saying? He's got a more satanic feel.
What is about him that's satanic?
I can picture the devil talking about someone having a great ass. The kind of the I'm the devil. That kind of thing.
Yeah, but on Keanu would be like, she's got a bodacious bum. You'd be, Satan.
No, that's not Satan. That's a cheeky angel, is what that is. That's how I consider Keanu.
I don't really go to heaven that much. I'm not really allowed,
Lapsed angel. I think Pacino's the devil. I don't know. But I've assumed. I don't know if that's made clear in the poster, actually. I can't remember if it's really obvious that this one's
in
Satan.
Your mind, would the devil have the seat or would he be sat behind? Because I would think the devil, to play devil's advocate, coin of phrase.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever, it's kind of a phrase I've coined.
Yeah.
Devil eats first. You know, I'd feel he'd have, like, the devil's not going to give you up his chair, is he? He's not going to, like, give you a spot on the assisted seating on the bus, is he?
Now, there is some suggested advocacy in standing behind someone who is sat. But I still think Pacino's satanic. Not in real life, but just, in vibe.
In what sense would the devil, if it is the literal devil, be involved with young Keanu here? What's like, is it skateboarding? Is it memes? Is it something like that? Is it office work? How would the devil and Keanu get together in this sense?
Suits are worn, so I wonder if it's the world of business. I wonder if there's some office politics going on here.
You know what, Sam? Business is one thing.
Yeah.
Big business.
Yeah. I'm wondering if we're in a high-rise building in New York City, Manhattan.
Oh, New York City, Manhattan, County Kildare. The very place. The very place. You know, if someone says, right, that politician, you can't trust them, they're in league with big business.
Yeah. That's worse than the devil.
But Keir Starmer is helping businesses. I think I'll vote for that man. You know? He's helping businesses. What businesses?
I simply can't say. I don't know. I haven't done
it's
the
research.
It's the
sausage business, Sam. You and I both know that. It's the sausage business. We'll make him prime minister, and then we'll get him to talk about sausages, and then through the roof. Cost of living's coming up and creeping you on the arse. Doesn't matter. I'm still having my 6 pork on Friday.
It's a horrible phrase, but he's in the pocket of big sausage. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's why he looks like a big sausage.
Yeah. He's a sausage advocate. He's advocating for the sausage industry, and he's trying to get the word of sausages spread as far and wide as possible.
Not me, Sam. I'm sausage's literal worst nightmare. You see me in the same room as sausages, you won't see it for long. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know what's going to happen in this. Devil is involved, I think. Potentially business. Maybe crime.
Crime? Devil? Business? I mean, it's interesting, folks, for Sam, who grew up without gods, that the devil is this kind of like cultural figure almost, like Mike Tyson or Bugs Bunny or something like that. Is that kind of like a thing that you were like threatened with or something like that, you know?
No, the devil's just kind of a figure of evil. You know, that's sort of a real clear, almost cartoonish representation of evil.
He would have a popular podcast if he was around in this day and age, I feel.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Or is he amongst us on your Spotify Premium right now as you listen to this very Well, look, you've got a long movie ahead of you. What I will say is, despite its length, I don't get dressed up for anything, Sam. This is one of my favourite movies. Okay. I fucking love this.
Okay.
By rights, we probably should have waited till around Halloween to do it, but I literally couldn't wait. I wanted to watch a good movie because we watched Madam Web recently, and now I'm kind of like, let's watch something good. Plus, I think it's a good idea for Baby to be exposed to Pacino young, because I think if it later on, it might be confusing. But if you kind of, they say when the baby is still in the first month or two, a bit of Pacino can kind of be good for Baby, if anything. That's me playing devil's advocate here. You know, that's what's happening. And I think you'll like it.
Okay.
Even though I would say you've hit probably 40%, 55% accuracy as to the proceedings ahead of us.
Oh, okay. So that's still like a good half or so missing.
That's not because you've been wrong, but it's because you've been so, like, Sam, I can't correct work that's not in front of me.
Yeah, don't
you know
tell
what I mean?
Don't tell me. Don't tell me anything. Don't give it away.
What I was going to tell you was to open the fucking mailbag show. You fucking open that mailbag, because we should be doing now.
Let's go.
Good. Very sensual opening to the mailbag. I don't like that. It's usually all like, hey, as opposed to like, I'm going to open my big mailbag and take out all these messages. Oh.
Welcome to the mailbag. Thanks as always for your questions, queries, comments, other bits and bobs into cinemaswirl@gmail.com.
I really hope you've got a visualizer. You can see those waveforms just fucking playfully bounce.
Thick visualizers. You know when,
And I know you all listening enjoy very good quality sensual audio.
Oh dear. And Kevin has, of course, just had a big swig of coconut water there. The question I'm asking is this ASMR? I don't fully know what it is, but...
Well, the devil really does work in mysterious ways.
Yeah.
Hi, he's ruining all your favourite podcasts.
Hold on, that was me playing the devil's advocate. That was me playing silly buggers, to be honest. That was what that was.
I didn't realise the A in ASMR stood for advocate. And I didn't realise the S in ASMR stood for satanic. Advocating Satan. Really?
Advocating Satan. Really?
Really? What do we got, Sam?
All right, welcome to the mailbag. Here we are in the fucking mailbag. Here we go. Question here comes in from Jake, who writes the following. Kevin's first film with Baby was Look Who's Talking. And the first film I watched with my daughter on my lap was Planes, Trains and Automobiles in early December. Congratulations, Jake.
No, it's good for babies to learn about sad men. It's a good idea.
Yes. Sam, what film would you choose to watch first with a potential chapper nipper down the line? Thanks. Jake.
Chapper nipper?
Chapper nipper.
That sounds like we're hunting for the legendary chapper nipper here out in rural Nottinghamshire.
Yes. This is a really tricky question because I don't know what the answer is. I want to say like Fight Club as a joke, but I've lived a life of watching films that I probably shouldn't have watched slightly too early.
Yeah, and then films you should have actually watched way too late.
Yeah, so I think I would pass on that to a potential... I was going to say potential successor, but a child, a human child.
Well, honestly, Sam, I think it's only fair if you don't show your child any movies and then my child can keep my mantle and we can keep this going for second generation.
Yeah.
That's only fair, really. Maybe without having to delve into the questions of fatherhood, you could enlighten us what is the first movie you watched with Stanley the dog?
I don't remember what his first movie... It probably was a Cinema Swirl movie, to be honest.
All dogs go to heaven or something like that. They fuck him up and the dog's like, no, you won't die.
I'm not passing the buck. I'm not dodging the question, Your Honour. But what I would say is that when your child... your child has technically watched movies, but there will come a point where there's the first sort of conscious, deliberate...
That'll be a game changer, yeah.
And do you have plans for what that might be?
Oh, I'm really excited about taking him to the cinema.
Yeah.
Like, really excited. So it's kind of a roll of the dice in some ways. I kind of feel like I want to take them to something that's kind of a very, very... Like, it'll probably be a new release. It'll be something that's like the fucking Pikmin movie or some shit or whatever it is. But the thing is, and I would honestly... This is a call-out for cinemaswirl@gmail.com. Submissions from any fathers or mothers or caregivers for children out there. I have heard everything from, like, there's people I know who've got a baby who's 1 and they go to the cinema, like the View Cinema, and they're like, there you are now. I don't know if you remember that. I've heard 2, I've heard 3, I've heard 5.
Is this in terms of when to go to the cinema? Or
when to go. I've heard 7.
I've
7?
7 feels late. 7 feels
very late. Yeah, I remember vividly seeing a very early memories, License to Kill, and I think I was 2 years old. Like, that's the Vegas. I remember being in Galway, that movie being seen, and then my parents having an argument because it's James Bond. But that's like, probably too young for that type of movie.
Yeah.
But I would have done anything age 3 to go see something with cartoons on it, for Christ's sake.
There'll be some of that. There'll be some of that around that time. You got to be aware that at some point when we're watching these films for Cinema Swirl and Swill, it will be seeping into the consciousness time for baby. So at some point this will start to get in there, which is...
Have an actual impact. Well, don't worry, they've already watched all 6 seasons of The Crown, so they already hate the Brits for what they did to the Queen of Hearts. Bloody Brits.
But thank you, Jake, for your question. I've not really answered it. Don't know the answer, but...
No, and not only have you not answered it, it's precipitated more questions of a precipitous nature. That's an awful bit of business,
No, we need to set Kevin and Joe up for what baby is going to go and see. Like, what's a good film? What's a good first film?
I mean, we have heard that there are these kind of screenings that are kind of like outdoorsy and chill for parents and babbies. But that doesn't count because the baby's just going to be like, oh, give me some milk, or maybe they might get their nappy changed.
Yeah.
But when the real consciousness kicks in, they're smiling already, they're laughing, they look at my face and go, "Wah." So there's already a bit of that.
I used to do that.
I know, yeah. Every day we stray from God's light. And that's why we're doing this satanic fucking movie. And the child will be on my knee and will absorb all of the evil devilry and satanic nature of it. Further from God's light, you could not possibly stray. Let's go do a satanic cinema swirl.
Hey.
Whoa. And we're back! Sam, initial gut reaction to The Devil's Advocate.
Well, this is a real problem because my initial gut reaction was going to be, oh. That was my plan, was to go, oh.
Is that a good noise? Do you take, because I mean, that's very subjective, that noise. A lot of people hearing that going, oh no, he didn't like it. A lot of people are going, yeah, damn right. Oh, that's a solid movie right there.
It's deliberately vague. I think more honestly, my reaction is sort of, wow. Oh, okay, wow. Yeah?
Yeah?
Wow.
Wow.
All right. Yeah.
So it's safe to say, Sam, that this movie had the wow factor, the much sought after wow factor.
No, it had the whoa factor.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I had some time writing that in my notes. We've done many Pacino movies, but I think the recent Godfather offerings, there's a lot less and more of a Michael. There's a lot more of that type of a thing. So how do you write that down? Like, or do you just write like Pacino grunts or whatever it is?
I don't think I've written it down at any point, so I don't know.
Oh.
Has it got W at the start of it?
No, I'd just go H-O-H-H, like ho.
Okay, yeah.
They're not all the same though, are they? There's ho.
This is actually hurting my throat, so I need to stop.
Well, there's a long movie ahead of us, so you better pace yourself, folks.
Okay.
We opened, in case there was any subtlety, and I was worried at the start going, did I give the gag and the bag away? The gag and the bag.
Yeah.
Gagging on the bag.
You fumbled the gag.
By wearing, get that gag. You know what I always saying, young comedians, I'm always saying them, get that gag.
Get that gag.
Bruv. You got to get paid, get that gag. You got to get the laughs, yeah? But I was worried I gave the game away.
Yes.
By wearing my devil horns and us explicitly talking about Satan.
Yeah.
And I was like, perhaps I should have let the movie's subtleties speak for itself vis-a-vis the reveal of the devil, despite the fact that the poster is pretty much like, I'm the devil. He's my advocate. And the fact that we opened on a literal hellscape of being like, Bwah,
yeah,
hell. Eons ago, Al Pacino came from hell because he was the devil, so he was.
What a 1997 title font. Fucking love it. Yes, good. Yes. I hadn't quite guessed, and maybe I should have done what Keanu's profession was, but being a lawyer makes total sense that you are.
It's like business, isn't it? But you're not selling anything.
It's the business of law.
Lies.
It's the business of
laws.
Yeah.
And you know what I call them, Sam? I don't call them lawyers. I call them lying solicitors.
Yes.
Untruthful attorneys. That's what I call liars. You could call them that. Liars.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what. You weren't ready, were you? Because I was like, well, I get Sam to do a Keanu impersonation, but knowing Keanu impersonation would have perhaps prepared you for Gainesville's own Keanu Reeves. Your Honor, I'm just a simple country lawyer defending this here pedophile. You said he looks like a hog beast. You said he must eat 1,000 pancakes a day.
I was overjoyed when I heard this accent because I didn't know what the tone of this...
Baby, want a bottle? A big dirt bottle?
And I'm still not sure what the tone of this film is. But when we start on the kind of court case that this is, it was a relief in a way to have that accent and be somewhat comforted by, you know, the kind of AJ Styles, the guy, that kind of,
that thing.
Yeah.
A pedophile? Nice. Your Honor, this man's a pedophile. Oh, this is going to have a hard time on YouTube, isn't it? We're going to be talking about pedophiles and suicide.
Within the first 5 minutes.
Stop. A pedophile? I bet you think this pedophile eats 1,000 pancakes a day.
He's doing the motion under the table.
He's literally having a wank. The harrowing testimony is so sexy that this brazen pedophile is cutting one in the middle of a fucking court case.
Weird.
Like, talk about going down swinging, literally. Like, you know, they got me, they got me. I might as well enjoy it while it lasts.
So there's not much subtlety in that, you know, Keanu is defending a bad man. He has some conflicts in his mind about whether this is okay. He's kind of angry at his client. He went in there thinking his client might be innocent, but now he's really convinced that he's guilty. But he still goes back in and does the whole, you said he was a huge hog beast.
1,000 pancakes? And you can see the jury turn where they're like, oh, no, I wasn't on board with the paedophile thing.
But the fat shaming.
1,000 pancakes, that's not fair.
Come on.
Oh, no. I say let's cook him a pancake breakfast.
He's earned it.
He deserves it.
Yes. Obviously, kind of both almost cartoonishly unserious and also quite sad and serious. As an opening gambit, it's a bit all over the shop, this.
I remember seeing this movie when I was like 10 or 11 and being like, this is serious.
Yeah.
This is serious business.
It feels like what a child thinks a serious movie is.
Yes. Yes. It 100% is. Yes. I think you sent me an interview with the guys from Nirvana, the band, recently. And they were explaining how a lot of the humor that they derive is from like what a child would think a band should do.
Yes.
And this is if you were 8 years old and you tried your dangest to come up with the most serious fucking movie.
Yeah.
And there's pedophiles and the devil and suicide and 1,000 pancakes. Could you believe it? It's brought to tears. I didn't say 1,000 pancakes. Yes, you did! Your Honor, I want to submit this here piece of written evidence. It's a note saying that he ate 1,000 pancakes for breakfast.
I've got the receipt right here.
10 commandments, more like 1,000 pancakes.
So after managing to turn literally the court of opinion in his favour, Keanu's out celebrating, getting absolutely wild with his wife. I thought that might be a colleague, but he's there with his wife, having a good time.
A great time, like celebrating the heady 90s, looking like a good day's work of letting a predator out loose on the streets, you know? Yes. And of course, because it is 1997, I'm assuming he gets an N64 or a PS1 when he reports to prison. Oh, wait, no, he's free.
A mysterious man, offers Keanu a job picking the jury in some fancy cases in that New York. I thought the juries were picked at random, but then do you have to, from that, then pick...
You narrow down.
You narrow it down. So that's legal professionals narrowing down the jury. Is that
there's a whole movie about Runaway Jury or whatever it is with Gene Hackman, or is it Runaway Jury? But there is like a lot of like drama to be had in the movie world about selecting a jury.
Okay.
When usually it's just kind of like, that one looks like they're a bit smelly, send them on their way, But I'm pretty sure that is still the case, because Jo did jury duty last year, and she had to go through a few rounds of people being shaved off, and that was like a very dry procedural trial that she took part in, not something as spicy as a big jury trial in the big smoke of New York City.
Have you done jury duty before?
No, and I don't know if I'm allowed to because I'm Irish.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Sir, do you have any reason why you wouldn't be able to try this defendant correctly? I'm like, well, I may have some issues with the fact that the gentleman is of British extraction.
Yeah, you'd be narrowed down quite early on.
I mean, I have a face that only a mother could love, but also that I think a prosecutor would be like, get rid of the big one. Get rid of the big, weird, loud one.
He shouldn't be wearing those devil horns. That's not appropriate for the court.
Your Honor, we'd like to dismiss the podcaster. He looks like he eats 1,000 pancakes for breakfast. All right, mate, Jesus. It's a hungry job.
So far, 1,000 pancakes has not got less funny, and that's quite impressive, is the thing. So... he's offered this irresistible job. He goes to see his mom, who's a church-going proper woman.
Oh, in a proper fucking sing-song church. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm being church mogged here into literal COE status.
Yes.
With their fucking singing and their dancing and their hipping and their hopping. I saw a guitar in there. It was a fucking disgrace.
And she's doing that whole, let me tell you about that New York, but he's ignoring it and he's like, he's going to go and have a great time. But he's a religious Southern boy.
Shut up, Mom. I want to go to New York City. Stop trying to stop me. Stop trying to keep me here. You're just going to make me hang around boring old Gainesville for the rest of my... It's very fun to do his voice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Let's just do the rest of the podcast as him instead. So anyway, he goes to jury selection. He's really good at it because he's obsessed with feet. I bet he watches 1,000-foot videos every morning with breakfast. He does look at the shoe. He looks at the shoes, doesn't he? Like,
I can feel this is going to be the one thing that spurs someone on to leave a negative review of this podcast. they kept doing the accent and it was too much. But it is a really funny accent, so we simply must keep doing it.
Simply must.
We see a little glimpse of Pacino looking on at Keanu in the big city. There's spooky music when he's on screen to sort of emphasise the fact he's spooky.
And the sound of several people exhaling at once, going, which is usually, that's usually a bit of a giveaway that it might in fact be the devil. There's lots of movies where an actor ends up being the devil, and it's almost always meant to be portrayed as like that's right, and it's always rather obvious, I feel. Yeah. You know?
It's the one who seems like the fucking devil who's the devil in it, usually.
Yeah. Al Pacino, God bless him, fabulous actor, does look quite a bit like Satan incarnate. Like he has that going for him, like, you know?
I still often think about you describing the twist in every episode of Inside Number 9 as being, I'm a paedophile and also the devil.
Yeah. That's why it is. This movie could be a great Inside Number 9 job, this one. Seriously.
Yes. He's got a fancy, swanky office in New York. He's looking around.
Oh, yeah. It's like a special custom map for Duke Nukem or something. Nice big open spaces, big doors, braziers in the corner and whatnot. It is a very devil-like office. Yeah. And his name is John Milton. And fucking dig this, folks, right? I'm playing a game right now that is just a shameless ripoff of Balatro. Right. That is Scrabble.
Scrabbleatro.
I am... If only they thought of a name as good as that. As a result, I'm playing a lot of anagrams in my head at the moment. Okay. Sam, John Milton is an anagram for I am not John. Now, I don't get much more obvious than that the man's the devil.
Huh.
I'm not John.
Is it an anagram with that?
Yes.
Where's the A coming from?
Anagram.
Okay, fine. Oh, it could be I'm not John. Yeah, John Milton, who I'm pretty sure is the author of Paradise Lost. This is not an unsubtle literary reference in the same way that, like, Lost.
Oh, they lost paradise and they got hell instead.
Yes.
Oh, I just realised that.
It's kind of, early seasons of the TV show Lost level of, we'll just put the full name of a philosopher that we like in this thing.
And here's one for you Lost heads out there.
Please.
Sam, this one's for you, baby.
Yeah.
I can go. Oh, I can turn off the DVD player now. It's time to go to bed.
Yes. Yeah.
That sound, if you hear that, you're like, anytime I hear that sound, I'm like, oh, that was shit. Like, I have this innate feeling of this.
Pavlovian response.
That wasn't as good as before. Oh, is that it then? So here's the thing, right? There's lots of things about this that's very much like in the Bible, right? Because they're in the very fancy skyscraper, so they are. And as the Bible said, the devil has very nice stuff. And he's got all sorts. And I'll tell you what, John, you sure like to quote scripture a lot. He's like, hey, I'm John Milton. The Bible says. I'm like, what? Why are you doing that? He's very obsessed with God for being someone who is meant to be like a bit anti-God, I think.
Yeah. I think the jealousy's creeping in. Like, you say you're not into this guy, you hate him, he's a piece of shit, but you are talking about his work all the time and quoting it, and it's, all the lyrics. What's going on?
Yeah, like if someone talked about how much they hated me or Sam, and then they extensively quoted from our podcast.
Yeah, especially episode 36 where they said that. I'm like, come on.
Let me bring up that transcript real quick on Spotify. So
John Milton, Al Pacino's talking to Keanu Reeves. kind of trying to suss him out. He brings him out onto a infinity pool at the top of the building that's like right on the edge.
You reckon you could probably have like a final fight in an action movie there, you
Yeah,
know? Or
yeah.
a helicopter will appear with a massive machine gun.
And he's just trying to get a sense of like, you know, what's your deal? Are you willing to, you know, lie and push the boundaries? And Keanu's like, I listen through a hole in the men's room wall. And
I'm biased. How satanic are you on a scale of 1 to 666? About 11, probably, thereabouts. You know, I've done all sorts of bad things, Mr. Milton. I'm sorry. He's pretty much like given the full ride here, you know?
Yeah.
Brought into the firm, full ride, gets a spot in the evil lair, slaps hands with all the board members, and yes, that is in fact a paedophile on the board. But that's not in the movie, he's not a paedophile.
No.
In real life, the actor's a paedophile.
Yeah, so I think we have encountered on Swirl or Swill before. The one who's in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
He was in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, but we saw him on... on Howard the Duck, where over the course of the movie, he slowly mutates into an evil monster and is all like, I'm something else, which is basically like speedrunning knowing about that actor. Oh, what a delightful fellow. He's a memorable face. What's that, Wikipedia? Oh no, references.
Yeah.
Somebody else.
Charlize Theron is here as wife of Keanu Reeves' character. They've got a nice new swanky apartment.
Oh, it's a nice spot.
But there's a little subtle hint that things aren't all they're cracked up to be, and it's quite difficult being rich and having everything you want, because she can't decide on the colour of the walls. And the other wives, one of the other wives, is like, oh, maybe it should be this colour instead, or I'm not. And it's kind of like sowing seeds of doubt, and it all feels a bit sinister.
Isn't it well for some?
Yeah, to have the choice.
In my day, the council paint the wall whatever they wanted to, and you'd have to lump it.
Now, this other wife, she says if she wants to speak to her husband, she has to schedule in an appointment. And Charlie's like, oh, that's awful. When I was at Lincoln Uni, there was a guy on my course who was incredibly posh and came from wealth. And offhand, without realising it was a weird thing to say, he just mentioned that he has to do that with his dad.
Oh, dear.
And then we were like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Was that Jack Whitehall, was it? I had to schedule a meeting with my dad to find out what jokes he's stolen from me. Thanks, Dad.
But that was a nice little memory that unlocked, because I remember everyone just being like, what are you talking about? And he's like, oh, do you not schedule in appointments with your dad? And we were like, no, we just like call him or turn up.
Yeah, now all other British people, if they want to see their dad, they pull down a window and go, oi!
There's a bit where Keanu has to defend someone who's literally sacrificed a fucking goat for religious reasons. And it's like...
This is like a special tutorial level in the game, you know, where it introduces you to all... Because there is kind of like a Phoenix Wright quality to this. He has to go...
Yeah.
Like, he's the lawyer, but he has to go to the scene of the crime and all that. But yeah, this man is carving up delicious tongue and sacrificing animals, which, in fairness, is his right as an American.
I mean, this movie probably has some themes about, you know, maybe America is the devil.
Maybe there's too much freedom. Your Honor, it's his right to slaughter as many goats as he wants. My religion says that I have to eat 1,000 bodies of Christ every day before I can get my routine prayer in. And I tell you what, the devil works in mysterious ways, right? Because when Keanu is trying the case, the prosecution gets a nasty cough, doesn't he? And he's like,
yes.
And the judge is literally like, good God, man. Yeah. I'm ruling in this guy's favor because that cough is so annoying. Like, where's your humanity, Judge?
This spluttering buffoon couldn't possibly be in the right, so I'm
imagine
giving it to
that
you.
You're on death row. Oh, my lawyer got a chesty cough. The people at Vic's would have set you free.
Yeah. Now, Kevin, I need to bring this up. For a movie where Pacino talks about fucking and sucking and all sorts of stuff so often, he's so sexual. He's always talking about sex.
And this was all improvised as well. He was like, this is like Curb Your Enthusiasm. He just came out and he's like, oh, I want to fuck that girl. Oh.
I was then convinced. I could have bet big on this, that this was going to be the a great ass movie. I don't know what that movie is, but I was like, oh, well, he's talking about sex in this way with that voice. It's this movie. It is not this movie.
He had a good 10-year, like, horny run. You know what I mean? Where it was like, regardless of what the movie was, he was just like, oh, he was just proper. Oh, is this the part when he's like, my voice is like a hand up Mona Lisa's skirt?
Yeah.
I'm unexpected. No, you're very expected, Al. You're very expected indeed.
We go to a swanky party with all the movers and shakers in New York, and John Milton, Satan, the devil, gets chatting to Keanu's wife.
Yes, this is a power brokers party. Wall Street, politicians, sausage manufacturers, the whole lot, they're all here.
Yeah.
And there's even a line where they're like, Donald Trump was meant to be here, but I guess he's got hung up and busy. It's so funny how, like...
I guess he's too evil even for us.
Because it's a bit later on where it's like, let's go to the fight. Oh, it's my personal friend, Don King. And Don's like, Satan, baby. And like, it's just so funny that these cultural figures are like, no, I think it's actually kind of good that I'm like, with the devil. It's quite on the nose.
It is. He's flirting with Keanu's wife.
Oh, baby.
And telling her to, like, have her hair up and back. And then is telling her to cut her hair. And then is telling her to dye her hair.
Yeah, there's nothing quite as sexy as a man at a party when you've done your hair up telling you what to do with your hair.
Yeah.
So I tell you, the women will be like catnip. You come in with very particular criticisms, you'll make them feel bad about themselves and make them think that you're a fucking freak. It's insatiable.
And if you sign up now, we'll give you more tips like that for how to attract women and convince them that you are, in fact, Satan. Yes.
Tip 1. Why do you think I'm wearing these? You know?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
The horns. See, you might see me as the man, he's got everything, but I wear the horns, it shows me that I'm actually, I got the trappings of Satan, the devil, and it's very alluring to women. It's very alluring to the opposite sex.
Yeah.
And also, it makes me good at trading as well.
Yes. Yeah. Big trades. You're doing big trades, making big money. It's all in the horns. Keanu is outside on the balcony with a woman who kind of looks quite a bit like his wife, but she's meant to be this other...
Yeah, I did have to check her up. Is not Charlize Theron.
Really looks like her.
All actresses in the late 90s were kind of like heading, like they were converging, I think, towards a finite point. I'll tell you what I enjoyed a lot in this movie was that we constantly see Al Pacino as the devil speaking many languages. Because obviously, as we all know, the devil is a polyglot, and he's speaking. It's great. It's a great polyglot word. Oh, a bit of polyglot will sort that out, mate. That's what you need.
All right, pal. Yeah, you need to get some polyglot on there.
Oh, well, the landlord just sent me around to fill in with a bit of polyglot. Yeah, I mean, it's your funeral, mate. I guess but that's on you. But he speaks Italian. Yeah. He speaks Cantonese. Al Pacino being like there's no. The only way it can be more offensive, I try to imitate Al Pacino pretending to speak Cantonese because it is like it's so. Do you think he sat down with it? No, he's just like, it's Chinese. I'll have a go. But when he's speaking Italian, he's like, ciao, bella, oh.
To play the devil's advocate for a second, it's refreshing to see a businessman of that caliber just being so bilingual, multilingual.
Multilingual, Sam. He speaks Russian at one point. The devil is in the Duolingo, as they say.
Yes.
That little bird, it's the sign of the devil.
Oh, no. We're in the devil's office, right? And a guy called Alex Cullen, a big real estate mogul, has been accused of a triple homicide.
A big crime for a big client.
Yeah, his wife, his stepchild, and a maid. And then I remembered, I was like, oh, imagine a big real estate mogul killing people. And then I remembered The Jinx, the documentary The Jinx. Have you watched that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, oh, yeah,
These types of things happen I think they were inspired by this, Sam, if anything. Yeah. He's like, that's pretty good. I'm either going to learn a load of languages or kill all those people. And we know what one they did.
Yes, it's one or the other. The pervert guy, as in real life, the pervert, the horrible pedo pervert, it's Eddie Barzoon.
What a name.
Yes, but he's not sure about Keanu.
Eddie, you motherfucking Barzoon, get over here.
Eddie Barzoon. Oh. John Milton, the devil, wants wants Kevin. Is he called Kevin?
He's called Kevin. Kevin Lomax.
My name.
Look, I'll say it right now.
Yeah.
Kevin is a stupid fucking name. Like, Kevin.
It is in that accent, I think.
Kevin.
Yeah. Oh, would Sam... How would you say Sam?
Sam.
It's got like an extra... It's got a
Sam. No, press A. Sam. Yahoo!
The devil wants Kevin on the case. Eddie Barzoon not convinced.
Trial you like, Satan, you'll never get me.
Meanwhile, Charlize Theron is really annoyed that Keanu has bailed on her at this party to go and do business dealings. It's trouble in paradise. They're not happy. They're having arguments. They're spending time away from each other.
They're not in paradise. They're in hell.
Yes, I know. But sometimes they feel like the same thing.
They try to, have her, socialize with the other wives, and there's very little subtle hint about opinions at the time where it's like, I've had plastic surgery done. And then they're like, I'm the devil.
And there's horrible body horror, like, lumpy bits kind of moving around and scary faces.
See, the movie, for its complete total lack of subtlety in almost every facet, the fact that it does hold back, and you're like an hour and a bit in, they're like, by the way, this as well. You're like, fuck off, no. I could deal with Pacino and his multiple accents, but this, good Lord. So I thought that was I remember that scared the pants off me as a young'un.
It was creepy. Like, there is, like, real horror elements to this. I feel like at the start of this movie, I thought it was subtler than it was, but the end of the movie has made me reconsider the start. Like, the end of the movie has spoilt any subtlety from the start of the movie, and to the point where I don't think there was any, but I'm sure there was some.
It is interesting that it has a very slippery slope in its own narrative or whatever, because I remember, I watched this when I was a kid and I fucking loved it because it was one of those ones where I was like, this is a naughty movie you're not meant to watch, and I watched it and I was like, yee, and obviously being in Catholic school, all the satanic imagery was very, very exciting for me. I remember showing this movie to Joe a few years into a relationship, and there've been a lot of like recommending back and forth of various movies, but I pitched this as like kind of this is an excellent film, like this, like a proper
this
like
is some quality.
She sees the runtime 2.5 hours. Well, it must be great. No, it is. This is like this is. No, let's watch this when we have time. We're not tired, so we can think about its themes.
Got to concentrate on this one.
And then, and then, the ending maybe slightly undid a lot of that heart. And again, when I was sitting there, like one of the reasons why I was like, we got to do this movie is like, I kind of worked myself into thinking it was a much more highbrow.
But it does feel like that at the start. It
feels borderline prestige at the start.
Yes, it does, and we must remember that it did feel like that at one point.
Just so you know, the 10th line of dialogue in this movie was, you think he eats 1,000 pancakes for breakfast? Prestige Television. 1,000, streaming now on HBO Max.
So there's more big arguments. Charlize is freaking out at Kevin about these women being sort of monsters. She's scared. She's confused. Like all classic Hollywood arguments between couples, it turns into hot and heavy sexual touching.
Satanic sex. You're like, shut up! I hate talking to you. It's so hot. Now, look, call me crazy. I don't know if this is TMI or anything like that. But I see it. You're right. It's all the time in Hollywood movies and on TV shows and everything like that, where it's like the fiery blow up argument where like I'm fundamentally unhappy about everything about my life, and like, that's so fucking hot, man. Like
it's never happened to me.
I don't think it'll ever happen to me. No. Like I can't think of anything less sexy than that. No. Let's have a big argument on the beach and then have sex there. Yeah.
It's one of those things where you hear the idea of it, you're like, oh yeah, that does kind of make sense because it's passion. It's just passion. So it's just passion going in a different direction. But practically, there's never been an argument that has, gone that way.
I just think like any scene in Sopranos where Tony has a big, massive blow-up argument with Carmela and then they have sex afterwards.
Yeah. Look,
don't think so.
Maybe I'm in the minority here, but that, that feels very Hollywood to me. But now this has happened to me, while he's having sex.
What's satanic sex?
He's having crazy visions of his sexy Satan colleague while he's having sex with his wife.
That's why I'm to you. I'm your sexy Satan colleague.
Yes.
That's why I've got the horns.
I'm just thinking of you. He goes between the visions and normal reality, and Charlize is like, stop, because she can just sense that this is fucking weird, whatever's going on in his head. Just a real mess of a situation there. Ugh.
And we cut to Mr. Cullen, who's under duress about being accused of several murders.
Yeah.
Mr. Cullen, do you swear you didn't actually kill all those people? Stop asking me that. Also, check out my gun. Mr. Cullen, y'all can't take out a firearm in the court.
I draw the line at that.
I draw the line. You can't do that. The jury's going to think you're a killer. Especially if you threaten to kill them with a gun.
Prestige drama with real subtle thriller vibes.
And real stakes as well, Sam.
So,
real stakes.
Is the murderer going to murder more people in the courthouse? John Milton, the devil, meets Mama Keanu.
Oh, she doesn't like him.
No, she's really weird about him.
Mothers, cats, and dogs can all suss out the devil.
Yes, and she susses out the devil. She's like, I don't think you should be here. Come back, it's bad here. Everything's weird and creepy, without giving much away about why she feels like that. I mean, there were like sexy ladies making out in the lift with the devil.
Yeah, and the devil's like, oh, leave your wife and mom, come upstairs. Have sex in an elevator with me. We could have a big argument. Oh.
Again, another thing that feels very Hollywood. Any kind of passion in an elevator. In the back of my mind, I'd be like, this could go wrong any second now. This is real bad.
Look, am I just wrong in assuming that any orgy could immediately be ruined by Al Pacino being there?
Oh.
You're, like, I'm sorry, like, literally, you can't tempt me. Like, you will fail in that respect. Like, but Al, is Al going to be there? Will he be doing his funny voices?
Talking in different languages. Really
right.
Putting everyone off. Hey, he's got tickets for the big fight at the Garden, the Madison Square Garden.
Ah, yes. And I'm assuming many boxers might find it strange knowing that the devil enjoys them watching themselves pummel the shit out of each other. It's not a great thing, is it, to find out that someone like that is a fan of your work?
What does that say about your profession? On the, what's it called is it the subway in New York? I keep calling it the tube, but it's the train, on the subway train.
On the subterranean train.
Light rail. John Milton, the devil, gets into an argument with some lads.
Oh, this is great, yeah. You make them stab one another.
One of them's got a box cutter, is threatening him, and then he essentially just tells this guy in Spanish that his wife is currently being shagged by someone else.
On their special bedspread as well.
But the guy's like, you better be sure about that, mate, because I'm going to go and check it out.
We should try that sometime on the tube, see if it works.
But he's got he's got like names and details of who these people are. So I suppose it'd be like if Darren Brown was like on the tube and was like, look, mate, you need to go and you've left the oven on. And I'd be like,
I'd spark him out before he starts any of his mind tricks on me. Not today, mate. I've got a kid now. I can't be hypnotised. That's not going to happen. Also, as well, at the same time, up in the office, there's a late night, all-night shredding session because Johnny Bassoon is like, oh, these documents say I'm a paedophile. Why did I write it down? Have you ever done a load of shredding, Sam?
Yeah.
It's great.
It's great. Not done it much recently.
No, I used to have a summer temp job shredding documents, and baby, that was good. And everyone got away scot-free. It was all nice and legal at the end.
It feels really satisfying. You know when you push the limits of how many you can feed
I was
in?
going to say, you can push it like 6. Because what I was doing, right, is it was at a surgery. So it was people who had since left the doctor's practice.
Right.
And once you're gone for X amount of years and their files were digitized, they had to actually destroy the paper copies. And what I would do is I got to the point with the shredder. It was a very good shredder. We'd remove all of the staples and all the treasury tags. And then in the folder. In the folder, Sam.
Wow.
That's basically the shredding version of eating a sandwich in one bite.
Right, and that noise was just Al Pacino over your shoulders watching you shred and being really proud of you.
Al Pacino's in an elevator being like, come on, we can go up and shred some documents. Oh.
When you said late night shredding session with the devil, That sounds like a very cool rock and roll thing, doesn't it? Yeah.
That's what Meatloaf was getting up to, wasn't it?
Yes.
Looks like someone's had a few too many late night shredding sessions with the devil there.
Keanu gets to have sexy colleague visions and be like, oh, pretty ladies touching me and having sex with me.
And he's smoking as well now as well.
Yes. His wife, the vision she gets to have are, how would you describe this? A baby... You know.
She's going crazy up there in the flat, is what's happening, Sam.
Yeah.
Look, we've all been there, right? You wake up, you have a vision, and the child has gotten stew all over their hands.
Yeah,
and
that's what's happened.
That's your father's dinner. You've gotten the good Irish stew all over your hands. And you're like,
The baby's playing with daddy's dinner, and then the next day, the doctor has told her that... she can't have kids. There's a problem.
Non-specific ovarian dysfunction or whatever it was.
Ovarian failure.
When she tells Kevin this, he's like, what? That's ridiculous. He's just so pissed off about it. Now, Sam, I don't think it's fair that you skipped over a vital plot point in the movie, because before we did get to that, there was a pivotal scene where John, as in Al Pacino, is out on the T-Zone after the boxing match with Kevin.
Yeah.
And they go and they have drinks afterwards. And there's a real zoom in cut to Al Pacino, and he's got a big dirty smile on his face as he gets his smelly Mickey sucked. And he's like, it's fucking horrible.
We can't imagine why I skipped over that. Who could say?
It's not fun to imagine Al Pacino having a penis.
No. It spoils the fun, I think, to
it does a little bit, like,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah. I imagine there was like, Fredo, you betrayed me. And he's got his Mickey hanging out. You don't want that. Like, takes away from the scene, doesn't it? Like,
Alex Cullen, the murderer that they're trying to defend, he tells Kevin that he was shagging his assistant.
Mr. Cullen, there's evidence here to say you thought killing your wife and child would be sexy. It is. Ah.
He was having sex with his assistant, is what he says, the night that his wife dies.
The sin will literally set him free. His infidelity will be the key to his emancipation.
John Milton, the devil, wants Keanu off the case because, you know, mate, your wife's sick. She needs you. And I feel like this is the devil testing Kevin's loyalty.
I mean, I thought the devil was meant to tempt you into doing a bad thing. Not the devil is tempting you to course correct and do the correct thing.
Please go and look after your wife. She's having an awful time. Yeah, that's like
more of a Jesus thing, I thought, if anything. You know, he's just kind of belt and braces a little bit. No, I can't look after my wife. I refuse to. It's the fact that his voice goes up like this.
No!
I refuse to. I will not look after my wife. She is non-specific ovarian failure.
My favourite line of defence in any court case, and I've seen it used before, is, now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this man is a real piece of shit.
He's a real piece of... Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Mr. Cullen's a fucker. Boy, I tell you what, he's a real piece of shit. Let me tell you.
But this ain't no popularity contest. I'm not asking you to judge if he's a nice guy. He ain't. He's a bad man.
He ain't, but let me tell you what he is. And I love as well, right? The judge is like, will we let them have their lunch, or do you want to do your little bit? And he's like, I'll have to do my little bit while they're still hungry. And everyone's like, oh, I'm hungry. And he's like, I know you're all hungry. Now imagine, if you will, my client eating 1,000 pancakes. And look, he's innocent. Let me have my lunch.
Based on his performance so far, Keanu is about to be, or has been, made partner in the firm. Eddie Boozner.
Or as I refer to him here, the jogging pedophile.
Yes. He's jealous. He's dead jealous. And as a result, he threatens to blab about their dodgy dealings, essentially. I'm kind of translating this into like a Sun headline version of what's going on. But pervert threatens to blab about dodgy dealing.
About dodgy dossier.
Yes. Because of that, and Kevin tells John, Eddie gets mugged and then murdered.
He gets killed via monologue.
Yes.
And this is the point where I was like, this is why we're doing this movie, I guess, because Al Pacino has these like random monologues in this movie, and this is one of them. And they're fucking bananas.
Yeah.
But they're so good.
It's entertaining.
Like, the internet is fucking horrible. All the bees' honey is gonna taste like dicks. Oh, and Eddie and Johnny Bassoon's gonna be there. He's gonna have 1 million followers, and you'll all listen to his podcast. What's a podcast? You don't know. Oh, it's so good. And he's like, the whole time he's like being chased by invisible demons.
Yeah.
And then he gets beat to death, and he's like, I'm a horrible man.
And at home, we can be like, yay, he's actually bad.
At this point, I'm kind of Team Devil a little bit. He's like sticking it to this piece of shit. Like, yeah, all right, let's do it. And what I love is the monologue is so long. It's like 5 minutes of pure unadulterated, and the whole time you keep coming back to the office, and Kevin just sat there and be like, yeah, that's a good point. I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, no, the global warming and the ozone layer. The ozone layer, that's a good point. How can it be a layer if the Earth is flat? Isn't that more like a film?
I'm not a flat earther.
There's some stuff out there, okay? I did my research. I listened to 1,000 podcasts before I came into this meeting.
Right, we get into now quite a pivotal thing that for some reason I actually have awareness of that I didn't realise. But when I saw
how did you have awareness of this?
I don't know. I don't know if it was on like Channel 5's 50 best bits of movies, but the plot point where his secretary, the plot point where Alex Cullen, the real estate mogul murderer's secretary, can't remember or can't recall if he's circumcised or not.
Is his dick cut?
Is it cut?
Is it cut?
It's a yes or no question.
It's a yes or no. Is there a sleeve there? Does the penis have a housing?
For whatever reason, I know about that scene.
How do you know about that?
I don't know, but I know about it. Like, I feel like I've seen it.
Sam's just scrolling on Instagram where it's like, 2 essential tips for the best place to eat Nottingham. Is his dick cut?
Is it cut?
Is it cut? He's probably had 1,000 circumcisions.
You and I would probably have foreskin. He's got 1,000 skin. Right.
That's a factor of 250.
So, I know about that scene. Can't remember why.
That's why. Like, if you're listening and you know where Sam picked that up from,
where did I see that?
I'm always interested what permeates into the monoculture, what remains of it. That's a weird one. It wasn't like a Gorillaz song, is it?
Maybe. Kevin finds out that Eddie's dead.
Eddie's dead.
Tells the devil that he thinks Alex Cullen is guilty based on the conversation he had with the assistant, but he works his lawyer magic anyway.
It's too damn good.
Yeah, he's a craftsman.
And you know what? He's like, now that I've defended this monster implicitly, and I've given him a life of freedom, and he can murder whoever he wants to, and marry as many stepdaughters as he likes. It's like, right, now to get to the business of how my wife's doing. Don't worry, Kevin. She's having a lazy duvet day. Oh, okay. In a cathedral downtown, that is.
Uh-oh.
The plan is to wrap ourselves up in a duvet and cover ourselves in stigmata. We're going to do it in the cathedral, and God's got to be watching.
So, she's saying that John Milton, raped her. Sorry, YouTube.
Oh, Sam, look, we were having a good time talking about pedophiles and suicides and the devil and circumcisions. You take the tone down,
I know,
man.
I'm sorry. But he's like, when? When did this happen? And she's like, today. He's like, I was there with him in the courtroom today.
I sentence you to a madhouse. Take her away, boys. Like, I will say this, right? With regards to the tragedy of the downfall of his marriage.
I sentence you to a madhouse. That's cracking stuff.
That's what they used to do. Look, you go to prison, poorhouse, or madhouse. Those are the 3 that you used to get back in the day. But here's the thing, right? You're meant to be like, the tragedy of this young romance. Other than the first scene in the movie where she's like, I'm in a bar celebrating the big victory.
Yeah.
He's been like livid at her the entire time. Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe she'll get some fucking peace away from you screaming prick.
When we're at Bassoon's funeral, we focus on Alex Cullen, and he's there with his daughter / stepdaughter, I think, or some.
Yes, it's his stepdaughter.
Stepdaughter, and everyone's like, "Oh, isn't she lovely? Look at how lovely she is." And I'm like, already a bit like, "What are you on about?" And then
you see the paedophile from earlier. He's there as well, and he's like, "I owe it all to you, Kevin. Thank you for letting me practice my crazy lifestyle." And as if the scene hasn't kind of hit you over the head with its subtleties enough already, Al Pacino's like, he sachets into the cathedral, and he sees a big bucket of holy water, and he's like, and he literally taunts the paintings. He taunts the murals. And he's like, "Oh, it gets all hot. I can make soup in there from all the people who touch the... Oh." Do you think he might be like not on... Is he like really warm or something? What's up with this guy? He's crazy.
It's a very subtle drama. It's a prestige drama with subtle religious themes. There's a religious themes.
And you guys are just paintings. You can't do nothing about this, can you? I'm going to evaporate all the holy water, and then Father's going to have to come down and fill it back up again.
Now, just in case we didn't realise that the characters in this are doing bad things and things are bad, we get a guy from the Department of Justice to go, "Hi, Kevin. Just to let you know, mate, the devil is bad, actually."
Yeah, it turns out the devil's got all these like bad things about him, all these business holdings.
The devil's actually
the devil causes pollution
and
war.
Kevin, Mr. Pancakes from the start, he was found with the body of a 10-year-old child in the trunk of his car.
And then the guy who tells him that dies.
Yeah.
It's like...
Yeah. At this point in my notes, I wrote, "This film is stupid." Like,
what?
No, but not necessarily in a bad way. Stupid things can be good. Yeah.
I was pretending to be shocked.
Oh, okay. I thought you were genuinely insulted. I was like, this is silly.
I once convinced our English teacher to let us watch Anchorman in class. And I wish to God I'd used my powers of persuasion to let our religion teacher show us the devil's advocate.
Yes.
We'd had a serious chat, lads. It would have been great.
We're edging closer to the big revelation, the big shocker surprise at the end of this movie. But before that, Charlize has gone... super crazy is not the term.
She's gone... No, Sam, the term is nuts.
Yes,
she's gone nuts.
You've gone nuts.
She got nuts at the nut house.
She has. She's attacked her kind of caseworker, whatever. Keanu's trying to get in, but she's locked in the room.
Yeah, and she's like in the process of committing suicide. And he's like, "Don't you do that! Don't you? If you commit suicide, I'm going to bring you back to life and give you what for. I tell you what." He's so shit.
Yeah.
Kick the door down, you fucking nerd.
He gets there, but not in time, because she said, "I love you," and then stabbed herself in the neck to death. Quite an extreme way to kill yourself, but this is a very extreme movie.
This, yes, is.
Yes.
And this movie manages to reduce very shocking, serious moments into like, oh, all right. Because it's like, it's an onslaught at this point. It's ridiculous.
But this was kind of, this last chunk of the film is where it just feels like it's gone. But I think intentionally, everything's up in the air, it's off the rails. Nothing makes any sense anymore.
Well, this is my favourite part of the movie, is the last chunk.
Yeah.
And like, what I love is like when you're heading up to the office and it's like, right, I know this is just basically the reason why Al Pacino did this movie, is this next bit.
Yes.
And it's funny because the road to get here is paved with such ludicrousness that when you get here and there's a bit that's genuinely like funny and silly, it can go one of two ways. You could be like, right, this is clearly the straw that breaks the camel's back and it is just bananas. Or it's like, okay, now we've gotten to the good bit. Because you find out through an interrupted confession from the mother that Keanu Reeves is in fact the son of the devil.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I skipped over that. I was like, that bit's coming. Oh yeah, that's his dad.
And of course, he confronts Al Pacino about this, covered in the blood of his recently deceased wife. And he's like, "You piece of shit, I can't believe you're the devil." And he shoots him. And Al Pacino, being shot, going, "What do you got? What do you... Whoa! What?" It's so funny because I had this thing in my head that I think Al Pacino, for real, can't be shot. Like, if you tried to shoot him for real, he'd be like, "What do you got? What do you got?"
So this is the big moment where, you know, he's both confronting the kind of "are you my dad" thing, but also the "are you Satan" thing.
I have so many names. Satan, Daddy, the red guy,
Call me Dad.
Reds.
Call me dad. Awfully hot in that courtroom. Just, it's very silly. Before he gets shot, he's like, "Oh, your wife's dead. I fucked her loads of times." I'm like, "Steady on, mate."
And it was really hot and dirty. I think you're in a bit of a loss to kind of be on Keanu's side, because he's like, "I can't believe you're the devil." And he's like, "Yeah, and you're like my son." And he's like, "Bah, I hate you, but you do all that evil stuff." I guess so.
Yeah,
well,
you were there the whole time. You saw all this stuff, Keanu. It's a big shout-off between father and son.
Who do you think's going to win in a shout-off when one of the participants is Al Pacino?
Come on.
He'll shout him under the table, Sam.
It's a foregone conclusion.
He says that vanity is his favourite sin.
Yeah.
And of course, we're referring to the 7 Deadly Sins limited edition magnums. Vanity was, in fact, the best sin. Champagne ice cream with a thick white chocolate coating. Yes, please.
Yeah, no, that does sound good. I don't think the devil
They're all good.
don't think the devil should pick favourites of the 7 Deadly Sins.
No, I don't think so.
No, that really dilutes the brand. I wouldn't do that. In amongst all of this, I'm the devil and I'm your dad, this sexy woman who you've been having visions of, that's your half-sister, okay? Let's get that on the table.
This bit's great because it's like when the devil reveals he's like Elon Musk. He's like, "I have so many children, thousands, millions, over eons, and it would please me very great if you had sex with your half-sister right now." It's Christmas morning and I've just texted that. I'm Elon Musk. Do you guys want to come over and maybe have sex, you know?
He does this whole random, oh, God, you can look, but you can't touch. You can taste, but don't swallow. You can have a sister, but you can't fuck her. What's going on?
He's laughing his sick fucking ass off. He's brutally sin-marked you into literal NPC status.
Yes. Satan just wants a family.
And do you know why he wants a family?
Please tell me.
Because he's a fan of man. I'm a fan of man.
This, right, the half-sister and son child, that will create the Antichrist? Is that the thing?
Yeah, and we know this because Kevin goes, "The Antichrist."
That would create the Antichrist.
That would create the Antichrist. And look, I think that this movie is taking great liberties constantly with the very notion of human desire. But call me old-fashioned, Sam. I don't want to have sex with a sibling, least of all if Al Pacino, who is the devil, is dancing around going, how are you going to start? What are you going to do? Do you have any tips?
Yeah.
Huh? How are you going to have sex with your sister? That's my daughter, don't forget. I'm your dad.
This scene feels like it lasts a very long time.
It does. It's like 25 minutes long.
Yeah, it's a big one. The way that Kevin gets out of this is...
Free will, right?
Free will, right?
Free rail, right?
Shoots himself in the head, and then kind of, does the devil become him, or does he become the devil but also an angel?
This is so fucking great.
What's happened?
First thing, Al Pacino's saying, "Love is the same chemically as eating large quantities of chocolate." Great. Secondly,
agreed.
When he shoots himself, he has a big smile on his face.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah, I don't think there's any you want to fuck people up, do your suicide and have a big smile on you like that. Jesus Christ,
terrifying.
But he commits suicide. That makes Al Pacino go, "No!"
Yeah.
He bursts into flames. He runs around the office going, "Ah!" Then he turns blue.
Right.
Then he turns into topless Keanu Reeves as an angel.
Yeah.
And then we get Spawn graphics, Todd McFarlane energy out the wazoo here. Just a great bit of business, this.
Yeah.
It's great. This was probably my favourite 2.5 minutes of cinema I've seen in a long time. This was great.
I wrote down, if I was a teenager, I'd think this was the coolest thing I'd ever seen in my entire life. I think I understand movies, and this is fucking brilliant, and this is what movies are.
And I also understand religion now as well.
Yeah, because of the themes that I've understood. And
also because I'm a teenager, I'm like, love, that's the same as eating chocolate.
Yeah.
So why don't you buy me some, Mom?
But Kevin, it was all a dream.
I'm back in Gainesville. I better not exonerate that pedophile.
And he doesn't exonerate the pedophile. He's like, I can't represent this man. He ate 1,000 pancakes. That's too many.
That's too many. You should have 1, maybe 2. Okay? They're just going to get cold.
You'll get full.
why don't you have 2 and see how you feel in 20? And I think when I showed this to Jo, she was just about on board with the silliness and all that. But then the way it ended, she was like, "No, that movie's bad." The end, the movie sucks.
It's so his little mate from the courtroom.
It's a journalist, the reporter.
After he's walked out and it's like, I'm not representing that guy. The guy wants to interview him and maybe make him a star, and he's like asking to call him. And he's like, yeah, okay, I'll chat to you tomorrow. And then that guy morphs into Satan and is like, vanity, my favourite sin.
He doesn't like morph clean or snug.
No,
it's like he anamorphs.
Yes.
This was clearly like late in the production. They're like, can Al quickly morph? Because he looks different. Like they brought him in on one last day on a Sunday, when he's having drinks.
Yeah.
Can you just come in? We need to quickly morph you. We need to anamorph you.
Do you think they shot that scene and they thought the audience will know that he's being vain there and he's heading down the same path? And they thought, no, it's not. It's too subtle. Let's get Al back in and let's have him right down the barrel of the camera. Vanity. Definitely my favourite scene. Oh.
And you know what is, Sam? This is the point in the movie where the audience realise that Al Pacino is the devil. That's the twist.
That was the devil?
That's the twist. He's the devil. And he looks at the camera and goes, after all, I'm the devil.
Credits roll.
Ain't I a stinker?
Wow.
Fantastic. What a stupid fucking movie.
Yeah. It's really stupid.
I don't know at all what you're going to rate this.
I don't.
We've had fun chatting about it, but like last night when you were watching it, what was the atmosphere like? Were you laughing? Were you giggling? Was there mirth? Or were you kind of like... Because it's a long old movie, and I will say that the length doesn't seem to have deterred the joy or discussion thereof.
No.
It wasn't a slog now, was it?
It wasn't a slog. I think it was entertaining throughout. There was a point where it felt like I'd fallen asleep and was in a kind of waking dream.
Movie.
Yeah, like something had gone wrong. Which maybe that's, quite an impressive effect for a film to have on you. The tone is all over the place.
Is it fair to say they can't make movies like this anymore? There's something so...
And I wish they could.
Purely mad about it. That I feel any movie that would be this flawed would have lots of things that would make it dull and boring. It's an exciting mess of a movie, I find.
I thought at the start, despite the 1,000 pancakes, it was maybe a bit self-serious, weirdly. But then it became apparent that it's just...
non-stop stacking of silliness, yes.
It's stacking those 1,000 pancakes and like...
Sure is.
It's drizzling syrup down them and it's impressive to look at that big stack. Like, you're like, well done. You did it.
And Sam, in the States, they have bacon with them as well, don't forget.
Yeah. I think at the end of it, I do feel a bit full. I feel like I've had too much movie. But it wasn't a slog lengthwise, which is impressive for a 2.5-hour movie. When I saw that runtime, I was like, oh no.
Says the man, by the way, who wants to do Megalopolis for Cinema Swirl soon.
Yes.
And he's talking to me about length. Like, for fuck's sake.
Can't wait.
Like, I literally have my baby on my shoulder, and at the end of that movie, she'll have developed a new skill. It would be such a long fucking movie.
I don't know. I don't even know. I genuinely am not sure how I feel about this movie.
I mean, I'll tell you, I put my reviews for all these movies now on Letterboxd.
This is interesting.
I struggled to give it a rating as well.
Yes.
I would say that much.
I won't hear yours until after I've given mine.
No, I think it's only fair.
Yeah.
But I think the one thing I would say to shine it up for the mess that it is that I feel if something was to try and be this silly, it would come across as really irritating in this day and age.
Yes. Yeah.
In this day and age. However, I don't think that there is... I mean, we watched Madam Web on Cinema Swirl this month.
Yeah.
And that was a complete, total, diabolical, tonal mess of a shifting... But it felt like this was so much more raw and honest in its messiness.
Yes, I'm not annoyed at it.
Yeah, it's not a disaster at all. It's like,
no.
This thing is a mess, and you're damn right, I'm going to eat every last drop, And it is very hard to discern. But, like, you were entertained by it, yes?
Yes. undeniably.
How did Keanu strike you, and how did it because Al Pacino, a lot of people go to bat for this movie solely because Al Pacino is this is when there's certain Nicolas Cage movies people will watch because he gives a particularly mad performance.
Yeah.
And I think if I was to recommend a singular mad Pacino performance, this is probably up there. This is where a lot of people's parody of Pacino comes from, this, I believe.
And that's, I can understand why.
He's very silly in this movie.
He's very silly in this. Keanu's quite silly in this, but always has that air of taking things a bit too seriously, which works very well in this movie for Keanu, despite the accent.
Does it help that it seemed like Al Pacino was having fun? Does that help you and enjoy the movie at all?
It made me have fun. But I don't think it's I don't want to watch it again. That's that's an important thing, I think.
You wouldn't show it to Sophie or anything like that as kind of a stupid movie to watch?
No, you could maybe you could probably just show someone the last half an hour and be like, look at this fucking nonsense, and have fun with that. You don't need to watch the first 2 hours to get there necessarily.
Good luck understanding it without the 1,000 pancakes references. Your funeral.
Okay, I think I've got a score for this one.
I'm very intrigued by this one. Sam, I would like to know, please, your rating for The Devil's Advocate.
1,000 star. No, 3 star wipes.
Oh, you heard it here first.